coming. Thank you for coming to our new office. I'm not sure how many of you have been to our office. We literally just moved here, I want to say, on the 1st of November, so that was 24 days ago. We were previously at a WeWork on Robinson Road if you met us there. So thank you for coming to our new office. It's actually 90% done, if I'm being honest. So if you come back in a couple of weeks, it's going to look really, really different. And while I look for my CEO who's going to start, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Letitia, for those who don't know me. I'm the VP of Brand and Comms, and I have eyes on Julie Moss. So thank you once again for coming, and thank you for your patience. And again, I put a lot of drinks in your hands. You have your butts and seats, and I will hand off to Julian.
Okay. Oh wow, that's so nice. First of all, thanks so much everyone for coming. What I wanted to do is maybe give you a couple of minutes of where we started, how we got to. u-zyn is going to talk a little bit more about some exciting things in the future. It's not going to take too long, don't worry. I'm going to give you a really exciting sneak peek onto, I hope you're all watching our exciting drama series called Surviving Winter. There's going to be another episode coming out tomorrow. It talks a bit about the story of the team and how everything's going. I'm sorry if I've lost my voice a bit. It's been a very busy week. u-zyn and I started Cake about 3.5 years ago. It's been a super wild journey. If you don't know us so well, I think it's always interesting to see that yin and yang, this partnership that really over the last 3.5 years has brought us here. I want to give u-zyn really a lot of the credit, especially how we have designed all of the services, all the products. He's gonna talk about this, a bit more even, how we're gonna do this also for the enterprise side on the business side. So far it's been mostly retail. One lesson I've always gotten when I listen to Jeff Bezos from Amazon, he was always, when you design a product, always ask yourself, what are the 3 characteristics of that service or product that people are gonna love right now and they're gonna love it in the future? And so we asked ourselves this about a crypto investment platform. And we came to the conclusion that what we should always give customers is that full transparency so they can trust because they can verify. And that's always key. It's all about the easy user experience, and that's gonna be a key topic also today because we have a very exciting revamp to share with you. And last but not least, obviously, it's all about the returns. That's what people care about. With that, because we're in the C DeFi space, obviously we want to really focus on that strong regulatory awareness. And I think over the past years, we've done a really good job on that. At the end, this turned us into one of the fastest growing startup tech companies here in Southeast Asia, all over the world. In 2019, we reflected on that, I think 6 months ago. We always said, you know, we would have never thought that there was space for an exchange in 2019 that was retail facing. And then we always said, FTX is so interesting that, you know, how they started in 2019 and well, we would have never thought this. And yeah, well, months ago, we kind of realized there was actually not really a space for retail facing exchange. So the decision I think was really, really good that we took there. 2 things that have always driven us, on the one hand, that mission to empower our customers to be in control of their financial destiny. That's what it's all about for us. And at the end, that long-term vision. We started small, but that big vision at the end to have a one-stop platform for for DeFi and Web3. We've so far mostly focused on the DeFi part, but that Web3 part is going to come, especially next year as well with NFTs. I still remember that picture really well. Yeah, it was quite nice. That very first version of how the website looked like. We only had staking at the very beginning. We added lending. We added liquidity mining. We added on-ramps and so on. It was what a journey. And so yeah, today we have 160 team members worldwide. We have over 1 million customers on the platform. We have done $400 million in rewards. I don't know if you've seen the Tech in Asia article that came out yesterday. It was an involuntary article. The journalists somehow got access to our financial data and really kind of talked about that we're doing financially really well. And we are doing really well, but I had preferred not to share that publicly because it always allows people to put a certain spin to it. But yeah, obviously definitely something to be proud of. Yeah, key thing on the growth side, we have focused a lot on the B2C side. There's going to be a stronger focus now, especially next year on the B2B side, on the enterprise side. So that's definitely going to be one thing to watch out for. And yeah, I think there's going to be a little video that I want to share with you. Over the last 2.5 years, everything has been kind of getting stacked on top of each other, which is normal when you're kind of fast growing. And I always believe speed is one of the key most important things in business. I always have this saying of if you're not fast, you last. So it's really all about having speed. That obviously means you're building up some kind of debt, and that's totally normal on the user experience side and the design side. And so with that move into a new office, we have reworked actually a lot on the app and on the website. And yeah, I want to show that exciting brand refresh today. The team has been tirelessly working on that. So this is what our logo looked like. And so that's the transition that we're going into. New logo, new font, everything cleaner, more professional. We do crypto, you to you. If you go to our website, completely refreshed now. It just got done actually in the last, I think, 1 or 2 hours by the team. It's gonna get rolled out through the entire social media platforms. And yeah, with that, I really want to say thanks to, first of all, obviously everyone who's coming, but then also to everyone who actually made this possible. There's a couple of people. If you could just really do me a quick favor and give them some applause. Glenn, first of all, thanks so much. Then Jacqueline, where's Jacqueline? Yeah. Lakeisha, thank you so much. And I'm sure I'm missing a lot of people who have just helped with the event today, with the organization, Daryl and design, and everyone who did all the design with them. So it's really, really cool. And yeah, with that, I'm going to hand it over to u-zyn, who's going to talk a little bit about what's coming up. Thanks.
Thanks. Hey everyone, thanks for coming. So thanks for coming to celebrate this very interesting milestone with us. Right, so we're going to start with this, transparency. This is the core, this is our DNA and what we do at Cake DeFi. We started with full transparency from 2019. That when we first started in 2019, transparency is not something that's like out there or common in the industry, even though in the blockchain space, right? When we talk to people that our platform is transparent, the question that we always get asked is, what's the yield? What's the yield? Do you have 500% yield in your platform? No, then no, yeah. So we always been stressing transparency from the start. So everything that we do, everything that customers fund, whatever products you put in, whatever DeFi products you put in, you can track it. You can see all that is solvent. So now there's a trend of proof of solvency. We have been doing that since 2019. So the day when the trend started, it's been there. We have been publishing all along since 2019. And our approach to CDFI, centralized, decentralized finance. So the things that we do here, we're not rolling out products for our customers. Products are there in DeFi. And also what's happening in the space right now with the whole debacle, you can see a trend there that's all on centralized sites. And DeFi works super well because DeFi protocols works exactly the same. And liquidations and all the DEXs and all the liquidity mining, so that works super well. So DeFi works. It's a proof that DeFi works. So what we do here is we take these DeFi services, wrap it in a user-friendly interface, and then push it out to users so that they can understand, they can relate to banking software, they can relate to financial software, yield generation software, or services that you use, and then what we do at the back is all through DeFi. And our approach to Cake DeFi, CDFi, centralized, decentralized finance. So just a quick intro here. We have CFI here, so obviously we have Celsius, Rieros, and yeah, what's happening on the centralized space, and we have DeFi. And all of these work super well, right? And then we have CDFi. So the role for each one of these verticals are very, very different. Right? For centralized finance, you roll out products. You come up with a black box system. You come up with a black box system, come up with a yield, you put in a USD, you're going to give you 8% return. Whatever is happening inside that black box, it's not part of your business. You just know you're going to get 8% at the end of the year. But what DeFi does, all these protocols and all this Uniswap and all this doing, everything's very transparent. You can look into smart contracts and you know what's happening, you know where all these yields are coming from. And if you want to control your own financial destiny, you want to be able to know where all these yields are coming from. So what we do, if you wrap this great protocols here on DeFi side, put in a very easy and understandable way, just like centralized finance, very friendly, because you go to this side because it's so user-friendly. I just talked to a guest just now, where these sites are very friendly, because you go to these exchanges, you know how to use them, you know how to trade them, you know how to deposit, you know how to withdraw. But for DeFi, it takes a bit more to understand how smart contracts work, how private keys work. So what we do is take all this difficult part, all this technical part, wrap it in a very user-friendly way so that they can get access to the good parts and also get to see the good part and use the good part as well without exposing to all the black box and all that. So this is our role here at Cake DeFi. And obviously, as a centralized platform, we need to fulfill KYC requirements because unfortunately, we can't inherit this part over because we are a centralized platform. So we do have to do KYC on our customers. And technical implementation for centralized finance in a black box way is usually very straightforward because all you have to do is just come up with a scheme, you deposit US dollar, we're going to give you 5%, we're going to give you 8% a year. It's very easy. You don't have to worry about how to design the whole thing. But it's for us, because we need to deal with the technical part, it's usually a lot more challenging for us to roll out products that user understand and then yet make it super transparent. So I hope everyone gets an idea about why we're in this space and what we're doing here and what the role we're playing here in DeFi. What we're doing here is to bring the goodness on DeFi to users in a way that a CeFi site would do without all the risks that you're going to be facing on a CeFi site. Also as well on Cake, we are an engineering and product focused company. 2/3 of our team strengths are engineers and product person and designers. So we have a R&D arm we call Birthday Research. To a lot of people, it's a funny name. I'm going to give a quick story on that one. So Birthday Research, one part why birthday is because it's a problem on the cryptography side, birthday hash problem, birthday collision problem. So for that, if you have a room of 23 people, for instance, how likely is it that you're going to have a clash of birthday, right? It's more than 50% if you even have a small room of 23 people. So as a cryptographer, you work on crypto stuff, you always have to think about that every time you design something. So for that, we actually came up, that's why we call our R&D arm Birthday Research, and we are putting a lot of R&D to improve, to work on solutions that work for enterprise, to take all the good stuff that we build for retail customers, take all the core of it so that we can have an enterprise solution that companies can also start using cryptos in a safe, in a transparent, and compliant way. And we're proud to utilize Singapore's position as a fintech hub. And we're proud to be based here in Singapore. We have really strong engineering focus and a very strong engineering density here in Singapore. And we're proud to have our home here in Singapore. So this is a launch just less than a month ago on Singapore FinTech Festival. So we launched Cake DeFi Enterprise, the secure gateway to allow enterprise, to allow companies who have cryptos on their balance sheet to manage it in a very simple and compliant way. So you can set all the rules you want. You can use hardware keys. You can use software. You can use HSM even. So all these things is going to be part of it. You get access to multiple blockchains. You get access to fund management, complete transparency, because that's our DNA. Everything that we do is complete transparency, and that's number one you can see over there. And full key custody. So if you use enterprise product, you're not passing custody to Cake at all. Direct access to DeFi protocols, so all these protocols that you have on DeFi side, you get access to them in a safe manner. So with that, thank you everyone for joining us for this to celebrate our office opening. And before I go off, so you know Julian did mention about that. So we have a web series. We have a vlog. It's titled Surviving Winter. So it's a story about how last few weeks and moving to new office, and you're going to be moving forward on where we're doing. So yeah, it's going on here. Yeah. So So the first episode was out 2 weeks ago, and tomorrow is the premiere of episode 2, and you guys are going to get a sneak preview on episode 2 right now. So enjoy.
The final goodbye. That's it. It's a bittersweet exit from WeWork. It served us well, but it's getting too small, so we need a big space. We need our own space. We need to grow up, go to the next level.
How difficult is this? Where's the scotch tape? I feel like some team bonding exercise. How many engines does it take to put up 7 balloons?
That's the one.
Apparently, 1, 2, 3 unsuccessfully.
It's not sticky enough.
Spell goodbye. How do you spell goodbye? Goodbye. You should be on. Where does you should be on good? Oh, yeah. Are you old? Are you old? Okay. Your English side. Clearing out, having the food. That's it. It's over. Done.
I am really proud of what we've come to today, looking back in just a short 3 years that we've started. Pretty big phone booth. So Julie and I sit over here, right?
And who are the 6 people sitting here?
It's unbelievable how much the team has accomplished.
Do you want this one? Alright, fine.
What is that? Public area.
But it's not the end of the journey. It's actually the start of the journey. So once we move in here, a lot more great stuff's going to happen.
And this is the privacy.
It's nice.
And a lot of them will blow the community's mind because no one has seen the products that we've planned for next year. So watch out for that.
Happy Monday. Do you know what's better than a normal Monday morning? It's a Monday morning where you get the keys to your own office. That's right. We have signed our handover doc, and here they are, Pow! Got some cupcakes. The view is secured. It's ours.
It feels good, man. It feels good, right? Hi. Yo, I'm in the light at the end of the tunnel.
We are in our very own new office.
Welcome to the new office. Let me show you around. So this is where the magic happens, right? The city, you met Sydney. Guess where he's from? Melbourne. Melbourne. This is the legal compliance table where the very important work happens. Like without us, there's nothing that goes on here. Finance is with us. All right, and I'm done. I'm pretty sweaty now. Thank you. Thanks.
Dive right in, let's go. Move forward, dip in your toes. Let the rhythm take control.
I really set up my whole stay because of a beautiful window seat.
First miss of the new office. Let's see.
See you later, no goodbyes. New flows, new highs. Through the dark clouds, see the blue skies.
It's good. It's good.
It's a new day. Ride in the storm like a new wave. Shake, shake, shake.
Our desk move. Look. Right? Hey!
Once you get past 35, you get fat when you breathe, so you have to exercise more.
What we have on our old office, we were struggling with a lot of collaboration space, struggling to find space where we could sit together and discuss things.
Love it. Good job.
The current arrangement, I think no one has any complaint there.
So I'm just gonna like sit here. I don't care.
It's day one, so it feels like we can do a little bit of celebration, but we also have a lot of work to do, so like it's go time, so it feels energizing. We're doing a briefing, so everybody sit down, talk through like what are the policies for the office, where do you find your stuff, your seats, what to do, what not to do, so yeah, getting people up to speed.
This is a really amazing office. It's a very, very big space, nice view, space for a lot of collaboration.
Coffee cups here, cutleries here, all shared. Water dispenser, 5 temperature. There's lid here.
Thank you for the really amazing work, Glenn, Jacqueline. It's amazing how this place is being set up. Really want to thank all of you guys for being where we are today.
join us. We're really happy that you're here with us and privileged. And I just like to say, if I can expose u-zyn a little bit, if you can't tell, he's a little bit scared.
不要动啊，小江，这里有 computer。